right. It was a lot of hunting. I did see your Facebook page, but that wasn't good enough. I was hitting everybody up.
Well, guess what? If you see the Facebook page with me, it's not me. Because I don't have a Facebook page.
What? Now, why did nobody ever got back to me?
It wasn't me. Right. That's not, it's probably a fake Ntyce page.
That's crazy.
I'll let you when the official page comes out, alright?
Oh my God. I was hitting that page up like crazy, like, can somebody get in contact with me, please? I want to on my show. Now, wonder, that makes sense now. No, I seen somebody had posted you did an event or something, and you were performing, and whoever had the event, they posted it up, and I said, do you have her contact number? Can you please give it to me? Please, like, they was like, I know her, I can email it, I can give you the email. I was like, great. And that's how that happened, and then, I talked to your manager, I'm like,
I just think it's crazy how people can just put fake pages up there and have people really looking at it.
Right. You probably should try to get that taken down, because that, when you do put yours up, you can't even put it up under your name. Like, that's gonna be the messed up part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
That is true. So she's all good. All right. So I know we're affiliated with Wu-Tang Clan. For those that do not know, and I wonder why they keep saying affiliated. Were you originally signed with them? You weren't really originally signed with them. That's why they keep saying, you were affiliated, because I thought you were.
No, when I signed my first record deal with technically in North Carolina, I was with a record label called Payroll Records, and I had one song on that compilation album. It had like a lot of different artists on it. From North Carolina, so that's where I'm from. And they stopped the record deal in New York, which is how I got a record deal with Fiyachick. So Fiyachick was my first record label, which was like a historic record label for the hip hop movement back in, when the hip hop era first started. It was a very awesome label, and I was grateful to be a part of.
Yeah, they said it was like the largest one in your whole, state or whatever. So that was dope. And then you got signed.
That's the best, highest artist lyrically, definitely.
Yeah. Did you know that, I don't know if you're familiar with, what's his name, from Hot 97, he labeled you one of the 1 to 25 people. He labeled you, one of your songs was the hottest song of in the whole female, from New York or whatever. Peter Rosenberg, he said from, Hot 97 in New York, he said they dropped the whole 25 favorite female rappers and song, and his opinion was yours was number 25, but regardless, he still put you in there. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was dope. I don't know if you knew that or not. And he's hard to please.
I think that's super cool. I mean, if you still ask me, I'm one of the best.
That's right.
I can't blame it on the ego, but you have to be, I mean, I don't know if you probably hadn't heard anything recent, but I still got it,
I know, I heard on your website.
That's always a rapper.
It's like just hearing you when the song that's on your website, it was like you never even left. You still sound the same, still got the same swag, still, one of you guys had said in your interview when you did Deadly Venom, I forgot who it was that mentioned that you guys were before your time, and that's kind of true, because there wasn't no female rappers in a whole group like that with all y'all were lyricists and dope. It's just weird. Y'all really need to bring that back, because they wouldn't be ready at all right now. They probably wouldn't be. So, wow, what happened with Deadly Venom?
Crazy. What happened? We're actually still all cool. I mean, they're all my sisters forever, but it's just like behind the scenes things that happen that fortunately didn't involve me, but affected me.
Right.
And I won't really, get into detail, but the music is a business, and a lot of things kind of happen behind the scenes with other people, I would say, that kind of sort of affected the project. But the girls are all cool. It wasn't anything that I guess the disbursement of the venom didn't have anything to do with the girls.
Right.
I'd say it was all behind the scenes for other people. But we're all still cool. I mean,
That's good. That's
sisters forever. And
are y'all talking about coming back?
they wanted to do another project a few years ago, but actually my venture is like, I'm more inspirational with my music now, so I kind of have to focus my energy on my heart and what I believe in, which is, I always tell people I used to rap about being single with no kids, but now I rap about how good God is. I mean, because I'm a mom, I've got kids, and I want to, hip-hop is such a powerful movement that I feel like we need to hit it from all areas.
Right.
Right now, people are just focused on one form of art form, and we got to bring it. Like back in the day when I came out, we had like all types of artists from LL to Wu-Tang to Farside to De La Soul. I mean, we had so many different types of music, and nowadays it's kind of sort of focused on just one sound. And I think that the listeners of hip hop music need a form of inspiration in it, which is kind of sort of my goal now, and kind of what I'm into. But it is what it is. I'm happy. Once a rapper, always a rapper.
That's right. That's right. And do you talk to Wu-Tang Clan at all?
I hadn't been to New York in a while, but they've always been my family, and I don't know. It's kind of related to like my college classmates. Like I may not have seen them yesterday, but when I do talk to them, it's just like yesterday.
Right.
So Ricky was like the first one that I knew from Wu-Tang. Because he used to I'm not certain the familiarity with Wu-Tang, but Ricky used to be called Prince Rakim, so I still actually call him Rakim.
Right.
He used to hang out with about my record label, and I was in college. My first, ready to go to college, and I found my first record deal. Well, I think I was in New York a lot, and a guy that worked with that record label was really cool with Prince Rakim when he was coming out, which is RZA. And so that's kind of sort of how I became familiar with RZA, because Rakim, this is RZA, he would always hang out with Sincere, which is the guy that worked with my record label, and how I know Rakim / RZA. So, and then he introduced me to the Clan.
Right.
And it's weird because I'll never forget, when I went to New York, I was in college, and when I went to New York, I kept hearing about this place called Wu-Tang Clan, and I'm from North Carolina, so I had no idea who Wu-Tang Clan was.
Right.
But they were so big in New York that I guess everybody in New York, or that area, knew them, but it hadn't reached North Carolina yet, which is where I'm from, and I was just a college student, a rapping college student, but
you were the only one from there.
Stuff for one of the songs, I ran into Rakim, and he was like, "No, I'm Wu-Tang Clan," and I said, "What? You Wu-Tang? I've been here since I've been here." So I felt cool that I knew Wu-Tang Clan, even though I technically didn't know I knew Wu-Tang Clan.
Right.
But anyway.
Oh wow, that's crazy. So I had a question. Why? Because you had your hottest single, Hush Hush, and then. I don't know if this is true. I want to make sure I get the story right. But you had the number one single, Hush Hush, and then, you were doing good, and then you actually went into Deadly Venom, or is it vice versa? Because I wanted to make sure I was clear on that.
No, you're exactly right.
Okay. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just stay a single artist, a solo artist?
That came before Wu-Tang, so it was like I was trying to watch it. record, and did quite a bit of singles, and I actually did an album. It never came out, but my album was really hot. Father and C was on it, and took one out a single with him, but LES, which was an awesome speaker that has a lot of good stuff with Nas, and Moni Love, which is my big sister to this day, who I idolize as a young artist, but it was a hot album, but it just never came out due to issues with the record label. Nothing with me, but as far as the Japanese Venom project, that came after my solo career because I had a guy, his name was Storm. He came up to me and he was like, "Yo, I'm interested in putting a female foot together with a bunch of female rappers. What do you think?" And I was like, "I think that's hot because even if you look at the game today, there's only a handful of female rappers really out. You might have a bunch of female rappers, but they're not out.
Right. What do you think about the female rappers?
In the day, so.
What do you think about the female rappers right now? What do you think about the female rappers out right now? Do you like what's going on for the female rapper culture? Or do you like...
I love it. I love the female rappers because Nicki Minaj only had some competition with Cardi B. I don't like the fact that they beef with each other, but that's
right.
hip-hop. Hip-hop started with, if you think about it, with LL and Kumo D back in the day, they were beefing with each other because that's kind of sort of how you come out and get the clout.
Right.
And everybody, with girls, we're I don't know, I love all female rappers just because I respect them all, but girls are really petty if you think about it.
Right.
Not just with music, but just in general. And
right.
So, it's only right for it to be pettiness and, hip-hop and the art form. But at the end of the day, it's a business, and everybody's expressing themselves, and you can't hate on that.
Right, that's true. That is so true. So who's your top 5 rappers in the game right now that you see out? Like, who's your top 5? I know that's hard. This is interesting because I know I know you've been paying attention from afar, but this is going to be good.
Well, I am technically nowadays considered old school.
That's okay.
Technically nowadays I am.
Yeah, you can put old school in there. Put whoever you want.
Yeah. I love Drake. I think that I love Kanye's lyrics and his style. I love Cardi B. I love Nicki Minaj. I hate the fact that they're beefing with each other, but that's hip hop. At the end of the day, as long as they can keep it peaceful,
right,
and agree to disagree, I'm cool with it. I don't like it when beef becomes physically violent. Because we have to mourn Biggie and Tupac. And, it's just too deep. Like, it's cool when you can do it and agree to disagree.
Yeah.
But, and hopefully they'll keep it at that level. But, I love both of them. And
you got one more.
Respect for them. But I just love hip-hop, period. Like, I love all rappers, and especially all female rappers. Like, I don't think there's one female rapper out there that I don't like.
That's what's up. Now, I did see you down at the Red Zone. I don't know if you remember this years ago, but anyway, you was at the Red Zone, and I always wanted to ask you this question. I had walked by you. I was telling the story before you came on. I walked by you at the Red Zone, and you were with Wu-Tang Clan. It was like a whole heap of people coming on, and Dougie Fresh and all them was on the roster. But I don't know if they was kicking you out or something. And you was like, why I gotta go? And I was like, oh my God, that's Ntyce. Do you remember what happened with that situation? Do you know what was going on? And do you remember the situation? Do you remember the Red Zone at all? Like, I don't know if you remember. It was so long ago.
I remember the name Red, but I have no idea.
Yeah, they was, I don't know what it was, they was making you leave or something, and, you know, I didn't even see you go on, but, you was like, wow, I gotta leave, and and I was like, oh, there she goes right there. I almost lost my mind. That is crazy, but yeah, I was hoping you remember. I know you probably do a whole bunch of shows and stuff like that. So, who's your favorite collab that you did? Because I know you did with Father MC and Method Man. Who's your favorite collab on a song that you did with?
I mean, I enjoy all the raps that I did, but as a female rapper, I have to say Moni Love, and she was on my solo album. She was on my Wild Pitch album. It was called Single Sound, and I'll never forget. I was at, like, I'm not really familiar with New York a lot, but I used to have to go for business, and I met her at a party, and of course, like, she knew who I was, which was simply amazing because she was one of my favorite female rappers. And for her to come up to me and acknowledge, knowing that I'm Ntyce, was awesome. But
who didn't know you? Like, for real?
Together.
Yeah, you definitely.
Yeah, it was just like, I was in awe because, you know, she was one of my favorite female rappers, like, other than Salt and Pepper and King Latifah and MC Light and all them back in the day.
Right.
Like, I'm just a hip-hop
fan,
rapper. Actually, I love all female rappers because there's so few of us. But,
yeah.
I think that the collaboration that she and I did, I mean, is most memorable for me. But I enjoyed, you know, working with, definitely Method Man with Hush because that was probably my biggest record. But
yeah,
my favorite is the one with Moni Love, I would say. You probably never heard this.
I didn't hear that one. I seen the one with Father MC, and I've seen all that stuff, but not that. I was like, I gotta check that one out. That's why I wrote it down.
The album unfortunately never came out, but it was definitely on there. And it probably would have been a big hit had it come out, but oh well, things happen.
Yeah, well, hopefully you'll drop some new music. Do we have some more music, an album coming out soon? Please. That's what they're begging, like, please.
Inspirational now.
Right.
I've got like my label, another label in North Carolina. It's called Message Music. And I'm more so focused on music with a message just because, you know, I'm more seasoned now, so that's kind of my goal.
Right.
You know, you can check me out on NtyceMusic.com for my website and follow me as far as what I'm doing, but you know, I'm definitely once hip hop, always hip hop, but you know, my message is kind of different now.
Yeah, because you was ready to beat people up. Pretty thugs. Wait, what did you call yourself back in the day? Poison?
You know what? The crazy thing when I listen to my music, I still always say that. I don't know if you know my first record with Wild Pitch was called Black to the Point.
Yeah.
It was more conscious. It was talking about things going on in society today, and I've always been that person. And even when I listen back to my Venom records and hear me on the verses, I'm always a conscious rapper. I always have been. And I think that that's probably why God blessed me with this talent, is to, you know, express positive messages through my music. And that's pretty much my goal nowadays.
Right. There's nothing wrong with that. Positive is always good, you know. But I definitely appreciate you coming on. I'm looking for the music. I'm looking for more music because I am a huge fan of yours. You know,
thank you so much.
I'm just so glad you came on and I got a hold of you. God is good. Shout out to your team, your management, and your kids. And, you know, what do they think about, one more question, what do they think about you being Ntyce?
You know, I have a 12-year-old son and an 8-year-old daughter, and my 12-year-old son really makes me think about reality, having a black son in America nowadays, which makes me really focus on positive for, you know, the black male youth and giving them some sort of inspiration.
Right. Yeah,
So
that
it
makes
was
sense.
awesome. Like my kids perform with me nowadays, so it's beautiful. You know, I have a beautiful wife. I'm blessed, and
you married and all
you know,
that.
just grateful for everything that I've accomplished in life.
Right. That's good. I'm glad that you're open with the marriage thing, because I know sometimes when people get in the music business, they hide the fact that they're married because they feel like, you know, for social media or, you know, to gain more followers and keep people interested in them for certain reasons. But I'm glad you're open with that, and, you know, and congrats and all that good stuff. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God. So y'all heard it live. If y'all see any social media that's out, it's all a lie. It's not her.
It's not me.
It's not me.
I don't get this social media yet.
Oh, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it, Ntyce.
Sure, thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you. All right, thank you so much. All right. Air It Out Radio is that chick fire. Make sure you guys check out the website, airitoutradio.net.